we are going to work on a flag line today. First thing you need to do when you get your flag line material is start with about a 6-inch piece of flag line, cut it at a 45-degree angle, and that's going to secure your ring to your center of your line, and just set that to the side. Next step is going to be to build a loop at the end. It's got to be large enough loop to hold a French link, a mini French link. If you get it too small, it won't work. So we're going to go ahead and make this now. You basically fold back about 4 inches of material, come down the line well below, and the best way to do a finger trap with a wire fid is to kind of compress the material, kind of wiggle it in your fingers and open it up, and then you're just going to wiggle the tool in there. There it is. So now it's inserted, it's not coming through the back. We're going to slide this up inside. There's where our fold is. Here's where my wire ends. I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to gently wiggle the wire out of course this is never easy, out of the material. Boom, there it goes. Okay, now we're going to insert the other end, the free end, rotate it so you don't have any twists in your loop, pinch it in the wire fid, bring it down, and then you want to milk and compress this to open up the fibers and just work it. Once you get it, what I call the bulge or a little set, you grab here, not the loop part but the back part, you pull it. Alright, it's started nice and easy. Now we just push this up from the bottom and see how it opens up the weave of this material, and it'll slide right down. Now what I like to do is hang on to this. If you have to, you can insert a piece of material in here so you don't pull this loop completely through itself and it won't work. Pull this out. Oh. Come on, baby. Alright, that comes off. Alright. Now you see, if I didn't have this here, it would have pulled this through and it would have turned it inside out. So just work this back out. And you can pull this real gently. It'll work itself back out. Sorry about my hands in the way. Okay, so that's large enough loop there to get a mini French link in. So you have this piece sticking out the back. Hold the loop and just milk this down until it's the same width. You notice this piece will slide right inside. Perfect. Okay, once you get that set, we're going to go ahead and sew it with a straight stitch, and we'll move on to the rest of the flag line measurements and put in the ring. Now we're going to go ahead and sew to secure the finger trap. Doesn't only have to be about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of sewing. What you don't want to do is sew anywhere on the loop because it'll just make it smaller, obviously. So lift the presser foot, bring it in about 1/4 inch below where the finger trap goes into the line. Come down about 1 inch, reverse, go back up to where you started, and then one more time. 1, 2, 3 is all you need. Cut it. That's a proper stitching for the finger trap. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and make the actual flag line itself. So we've got the loop. Everything in the loft is already labeled, so it says flag line loop. Simply set the loop at the end of the table. Pardon my hands. We're just going to put some weights on this. If you're alone, if you got a buddy with you, have them hold it for you. All right, that's going to secure it. We're going to take the line all the way down the table. Don't have to worry about twists. It's not a big deal at this point. When you get here, this is the last seam of the pack tables we have here. Flag line end, cut here. Okay? I'm going to simply take a pair of scissors and cut this off 45. Always, always, always when you finger trap, cut it at 45. Okay? So that'll get us set, and now we're going to go ahead and move on. This is our length. This will work for every parachute we have, and you'll have to trim the excess once you get it mounted to the parachute, depending upon whether it's sharpshooter, Star Trek 1, 2, or 3. The length will change, but this will cover for everybody to give you enough slack to build the whole thing. So now we'll put the ring in. Okay, so we've go ahead and we've cut our trimmed our flag line to the length that we need. Now we've got the flag line ring mark on the table. Simply take a Sharpie and draw where the center line is, and this ring is going to get mounted here with this piece of material. So what we're going to do first is insert this piece of material centered on that line coming out with a finger trap through here. So I'll show you how that works real quick. So you want to come in. Once again, we gotta pinch all this line. You want to come in just below the line, about an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. This isn't easy, guys. You got to really take your time and work it. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see now I've got my fid through, and it's not through the back. Okay, it's just through the center. Now we're going to take this this piece you cut earlier, about 6 inches. Get it in about 1/2 inch or so, fold it over. And we're going to bring it through this space and have it even on each side. So just work the material, take your time. Okay, there she goes. All right, now, so you can see, whew, there. All right, we've got that even in the center. Now we're going to put the ring on. Doesn't matter which end, I always start to my right. And we're going to come in here and finger trap this line down inside here as close as we can to the ring to secure it. Always when you finger trap, come well below, approximately 1 inch. Loosen up that material. Gonna get it soft and pliable. Gently. Gently. Then slide it up. Now you're going to want to feel for your wire as it goes in. So we're pretty close. We're going to pop out with just enough room to get the ring on, but not so much we come out the same hole. So there's that. Just work that piece out, wire fid out. Here it comes. Okay, so we've exposed the wire fid. Got to make sure you put the ring back on if it came off. Insert it through your wire fid. Once again, about 1/2 inch in. Pinch it back. Once again, make sure this isn't twisted. So as you pull it through, you want to make sure it's straight, not twisted. Now, one thing that will happen if you go too hard and pull, you can actually pull the other end all the way out. So you just want to get it started gently. There. So you can see how that's locked in. I'm going to wrap my finger around this. Pull. Sometimes it's easier if you work it all the way down and have it come out the hole you started in. Oh, ooh, that was close. Okay, so you can see I didn't have a hold of this, and look what happened. I pulled this through. No problem. I can fix that. So we're going to bring this back up to where it needs to be. That's going to get, this tip will be inserted in here. Still exposed, so a little bit more. There. Whew. Got it. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Right, so now when we get in there, we want to make sure that we come back through the ring with this other end. So you can see how that's going to lock it in, lock the ring in. You guys see that okay? Yeah, like that. That's going to lock it in. And we're going to sew this. So, all right, so we're going to come out right next to the ring, but not out the same hole we already had. And you just got to wiggle it and work it. It takes a little patience. Moving the fibers from side to side. Once you start to see metal, you're about good. Okay, so we've come through. Now we're going to bring this piece in, rotate it so it's flat. You see that's perfectly flat, so we're going to bring that down. Slide this up to make room. There it is. So now we're going to bring this up, pull this out. There we go. I'm going to remove, holding this end so we don't pull this piece out that we just did. Bring this down. Milk it down. Milk them both from the center out. And there you've got your flag ring centered. Now we're just simply going to go in and stitch exactly the way we did with the loop, below the finger trap, down, back, and down on each side. We'll be good to go.